mystic tales and legends. Enter a world of ancient stories and forgotten legends.
Long before the names of men were written on stone, before kingdom fought for gold and power, there existed a forgotten land hidden beyond the 7 mountains of mists. The kingdom was called Azuma. Travelers spoke of Azuma as a land of impossible wonders. Their rivers shined beneath the moon. Their trees whispered the memories of ancestors. Their warriors were feared across every nation. But no outsider wanted to live there, because Azuma carried a mystery no human could explain. When the sun rose, the entire kingdom went blind. The moment the first golden light touched the earth, mothers could no longer see their children. Hunters could no longer see their paths. And even the great king needed guards to guide him through his own palace.
We are blind, yet we must go on. Sire, the path is dark.
Careful, child, hold my hand.
Trust in our steps. Forward!
For hundreds of years, Azuma lived in daylight darkness. But when night came, everything changed. Their eyes opened. They could see farther than normal humans. They could see spirits moving between trees. They could see messages written in the stars. They could even see memories left behind by the dead. The people believed the night was their blessing, but the day was their punishment. They called themselves the children of the moon.
It was our blessing,
But the day was our punishment.
but the day was our punishment.
We are the children of the moon.
We are the children of the moon.
Their king, King Cairo, ruled with wisdom, but he carried one question in his heart.
Why would the gods give us such a gift and such a curse?
Every night, King Cairo searched ancient writings hidden beneath the palace, until one night, he found a forbidden stone that had been buried for 500 years. On the stone was written, "The day Azuma sees the sun again, the gods will fall." King Cairo became afraid.
What secret are the gods hiding from us?
But before he could tell anyone, a voice came from behind him.
You were never supposed to find that.
The king turned. Standing in the darkness was a woman glowing like moonlight. It was Inyara, the moon goddess herself. King Cairo bowed before Inyara.
For centuries my people have suffered. Tell me the truth. Why did you take our sight?
I did not curse your people, I saved them.
The king was shocked. The goddess revealed that long ago,
Long ago, humans had a power greater than gods expected. Humans could see both the physical world and the spirit world. They understood secrets of creation. They became almost equal to gods.
the sun god Arkon feared mankind. He believed humans would one day overthrow the gods.
Behold my eternal glory. I am the sun, the King of kings. All shall bow before my light. My reign is forever.
A great war began.
The night's shadow will consume your light.
To save Azuma from destruction, Inyara removed the ability to see during the day but allowed them to keep their spiritual sight at night. The king asked,
Why tell me this now?
Because the prophecy has started.
At that same moment, a baby cried in the village.
Shh,
A
little
child
one.
had been born.
Hush now, my baby. What troubles the child just needs her
Her
mama.
name was Zala, and she could do the impossible. She could see during the day. She could see during the night. She was the first complete human in 500 years. News about Zala spread quickly. Some people called her a blessing. Others called her a stranger. The elders warned.
If the sun god hears about this child, war will return.
But it was already too late, far above the clouds, in the kingdom of the gods. Arkon opened his golden eyes. After centuries of sleeping, he awakened. The forbidden child has arrived. He sent shadow spirits to earth with one command.
Bring me the girl who carries the eyes of creation.
But Zala was protected by something even the gods did not understand. A mysterious power hidden inside her blood. A power older than the sun, older than the moon, older than
Behold,
the
the
gods
chosen one
themselves.
awakens.
Hail the light bearer!
Let the divine energy protect and guide.
We witness the prophecy!
The first crying of baby Zala echoed across the kingdom of Azumar, like a sound the earth itself has been waiting to hear. As dawn broke over the mountains, something happened that had not occurred in centuries. The child opened her eyes and looked directly at the rising sun. The midwife gasped. She can see. Outside the hut, the villagers were already stumbling through the daylight as they always did, reaching for walls, trees, and one another to guide their steps. But inside, Zala followed every movement with bright, curious eyes. Word spread quickly. Some whispered that she was the moon goddess' greatest blessing. Others
She was a curse
insisted
that would
she was a
awaken the
curse
wrath of the
that would
heavens.
awaken the wrath of the heavens. King Cairo rode to the village that very night. By the light of the moon, he looked upon the child. Zala smiled at him as though she had known him all her life. The king remembered the ancient prophecy, carved into the forgotten stone. The day Azuma sees the sun again, the gods will fall. His heart grew heavy.
If the prophecy is true, this child will either save us or destroy us.
Far above the clouds, beyond the stars, the palace of sun god shimmered with golden fire. Arkon sat upon the blazing throne. He had ruled the daylight since the beginning of time. Nothing escaped his sight. When Zala opened her eyes to see the morning sun, he felt it like a spark piercing his immortal soul. So he whispered.
The eyes of creation have returned.
He struck the floor with his staff. The sound thundered through the heavens. From rivers, mountains, deserts, forests, and storms, 12 powerful spirit hunters answered his call. Each had hunted kings. Each had defeated monsters. Each had served only one master.
Kneel. There is a human child. A child? She carries a power older than the gods. Bring her to me alive. If anyone stands in your way, let them become dust.
Without another word, the hunters dissolved into streaks of fire and vanished towards the earth. That same night, strange signs appeared across Azuma. Owls flew in silence. The sacred river flowed backward. The moon glowed blood red. The village elders gathered around the sacred fire.
They have come. The spirit hunters.
Fear spread through the gathering. No spirit hunter had entered the human world in more than 500 years. Where they walked, kingdoms disappeared.
Warriors, protect the village of Zala. Defend it with your lives.
But everyone knew the truth. No human army had ever defeated a spirit hunter. As midnight approached, the wind stopped. Not a single leaf moved. Even the insects fell silent. Then, footsteps. 12 figures emerged from the darkness. Each wore a different mask. One carried a spear made of lightning. Another held a bow carved from moonstone. A woman cloaked in mist carried chains forged from shadows. Their leader stepped forward.
We seek the child. You will go no farther. You are brave.
The blade simply broke. The villagers screamed. The spirit hunters entered the village. Inside the hut, Zala slept peacefully.
Zala, my sweet child.
Her mother held her
Sleep
tightly.
peacefully, my love.
Suddenly,
I
the
am
baby's
here
eyes
with you.
opened. She stared towards the door. Then she laughed, not cried, laughed. Outside, the hunters stopped. The leaders
She can
frowned.
see us. Impossible. No newborn had ever looked directly at a spirit hunter.
Before anyone could move, Zala stretched out her tiny hand. A pulse of silver light burst from her body. The ground shook. The hunters were thrown backward. Their marks cracked. The sky split with blinding light. For the first time in centuries, the gods felt fear. High above, the moon goddess Inyara watched from the heavens.
It has begun. There is only one who can protect her now.
Deep beneath the mountain, hidden behind an enormous stone gate, covered with glowing symbols, a giant figure slowly opened his eyes. His hair was white as moonlight. His eyes were covered with a black cloth. He carried no crown, only a sword carved from a fallen star. He had once been the greatest warrior of the gods. Now he lived in exile. His name was General Neron, the blind warrior of the moon. As he stood, the mountain trembled.
It is time.
The mountain groaned as though it had been asleep for 1,000 years. A massive stone gate, sealed since the age of the first gods, slowly cracked open. Moonlight poured into the cavern, revealing a lone warrior standing in silence. His name was General Neron. Once, he had been the greatest commander in the armies of the moon goddess Nyara.
Goddess Nyara, I am your sword.
Rise, my champion, lead them to victory.
Soldiers! Sonata and glory!
Legend said he had defeated armies of demons without drawing his sword twice. But after refusing to kill innocent humans during the Great War of the Gods, he was branded a traitor and exiled beneath the Mountain of Echoes. His eyes were covered with a strip of black cloth woven from the silk of celestial spiders. He had willingly given up his sight.
One who seeks justice must first learn to see with the heart.
You have learned well.
I am ready.
Then justice will be yours.
For 500 years, he had remained hidden, waiting for the child spoken of in the ancient prophecy. Now that child had been born. Nero tightened the strap around her sword, Moonfang, a blade forged from a fragment of the first moon.
The waiting is over.
In the village below, panic filled every street. The spirit hunters who had never known defeat struggled to rise after the burst of silver light from baby Zala. Cracks spread across their sacred mask. The leader touched the broken edge of his mask in disbelief.
No human child has ever wounded us.
She is more dangerous than the sun god warned.
Another hunter whispered,
Should we destroy her now? No. Lord Arkon commanded that she be brought alive.
Before they could move again, the cold wind swept through the village. The moon disappeared behind dark clouds. The hunters froze. They recognized the feeling immediately.
A god? No! Someone the gods once feared!
From the edge of the forest came the slow sound of footsteps. The villagers held their breaths. A tall man emerged, dressed in dark silver armor that shimmered beneath the moon. His eyes remained covered, yet he walked without hesitation, avoiding every rock and fallen branch as though he could see perfectly. King Cairo stepped forward.
You are Neron, the blind warrior.
The king's eyes widened. Even the elders fell to their knees. Stories of Neron had been told for generations, but no one believed he still lived. The spirit hunters immediately took defensive positions. Their leader spoke.
You should have remained buried beneath your mountain.
You still remember me.
Without another word, the 12 spirit hunters attacked together. Lightning split the sky. Chains of shadow shot through the air. Blades of fire descended like rain. The villagers screamed and fled. Nero never removed the cloth from his eyes. He simply listened. The sound of footsteps, the rush of wind, the heartbreak of every enemy. Moonfang left its shades. A single silver flash lit the night. The first hunter's spear shattered. The second hunter's chains fell apart. The third hunter's flaming sword broke into glowing dust. One after another, the hunters were thrown backward. Not a single killing blow was struck. Nero fought only to protect. The huntress of shadows leaped from behind, aiming for his back. Without turning, Neron cut her wrist.
You rely too much on sight.
he released a wave of moonlight that sent her crashing into the ground. For the first time in centuries, the spirit hunters knew fear. Inside the hut, baby Zala had stopped crying. Instead, she stared towards Neron. Her tiny eyes glowed with the same silver light that flowed through Moonfang. Everyone watched in silence. He knelt beside the child. Though his own eyes remained covered, tears slipped down his face. "So, you have returned." The room fell silent. King Cairo frowned. "Returned?" Nero did not answer immediately. Instead, he gently touched Zala's forehead. At that instant, visions flooded his mind. He saw stars being born. He saw the first humans walking beside gods. He saw a great betrayer. He saw a throne above all other thrones, the throne that belonged to the Creator, older than the sun and moon gods themselves. When the vision ended, Neron pulled his hand away, trembling.
It is worse than I feared. Elder, tell us what you saw. The prophecy is incomplete.
What do you mean? The ancient stone revealed only half the truth.
The full prophecy says,
When the child with the eyes of creation is born, the gods shall wage their final war.
one god will fall, and the gate to the first heaven shall open once more.
Silence followed. The first heaven. It was said to be the place where the Creator had once walked before leaving the world to gods and humans. No one has entered it since the beginning of time. Far above the clouds, the sun god Arkon washed everything through a pool of living fire. He crushed the arm of his golden throne in fury.
Neron, you dare stand against me again?
The flames around the palace exploded. The lesser gods
Rise, my warriors,
stepped
the
back
hour
in
of reckoning
fear.
is now!
Arkon raised both hands.
Unleash the flames of oblivion for the dark realm! Bow before the eternal flame.
We worship you, Lord of Fire!
This world will burn in my glory. Your will be done! If 12 hunters cannot bring me the child, I shall send an army.
Thousands of golden warriors gathered behind them. War horns echoed across the sky. For the first time since the age of creation, the armies of heaven prepared to march against humanity. As dawn approached, Iana appeared to Neron in a beam of pale moonlight.
There is no time.
The sun god is coming.
You must take Zala to the forest of whispering souls. The forest where every ancestor remembers the truth. There lies the mirror of origins. Only there can Zala discover who she truly is before Arkon reaches her.
Neron wrapped the sleeping child in his silver cloak. He looked once towards King Cairo.
Guard your people. I will.
Neron turned towards a dark forest beyond the mountains. Behind him, the villagers watched with hope and fear. Ahead lay a forest where no ordinary human had returned unchanged, and hidden within its ancient trees waited a secret that could change the fate of gods and mankind forever. Far beyond the borders of Azuna, where no map dared to lead and no hunter returned unchanged, lay the forest of whispering souls. The elders said the forest was older than the sun god, older than the moon goddess, and perhaps even older than the first human. Its trees had watched the birth of kingdoms. Its rivers carried the voice of forgotten ancestors. Every leaf remembered a name. Every stone remembered a promise. No one entered the forest without leaving a part of themselves behind. As dawn approached, General Neron carried the sleeping baby Zala on his back, wrapped in the silver cloak of the moon goddess. King Cairo, 6 loyal warriors, and the village priestess, Mother Erena, followed him in silence. Behind them, the smoke of Azuma still rose into the sky after the attack of the spirit hunters. Ahead of them, waiting a mystery no human had solved in 500 years. As they crossed the ancient stone bridge, marking the forest's entrance, the air changed. The birds stopped singing. The wind carried soft whispers. King Cairo looked around uneasily.
Cairo.
Who is speaking?
No one alive.
The whispers grew louder. Cairo, Nero, Erena. The voices knew their names. One of the young warriors, frightened, drew his sword.
Show yourselves!
Who dares?
I see nothing!
Patience, young one.
The moment the blade left its sheath, vines erupted from the ground and wrapped around his legs. He screamed. Nero raised one hand.
Do not fight the forest. It only attacks those who attack first.
The vine loosened and gently released the warrior. The forest fell silent once more. Hours later, they reached a giant tree, unlike anything they had ever seen. Its trunk was wider than a palace. Its silver leaves glowed softly beneath the moon. As they approached, faces slowly appeared within its bark. Thousands of faces, old men, children, queens, warriors. Each face opened its eyes. The travelers froze. The tree spoke in a voice that sounded like many people speaking together.
I remember every soul that has walked this world.
The tree of memory. I thought it was only a legend.
The tree's glowing eyes turned towards baby Zala.
The child has returned.
Returned?
Her soul has crossed this world before.
That cannot be.
Then one silver lip drifted down and landed gently on Zala's forehead. Instantly, the baby stopped sleeping. She opened her eyes. The forest trembled. Though only a child, Zala saw what no one else could. The forest disappeared. She stood in another world. A great city floated among the stars. Humans and gods walked together as equals. Children laughed beside celestial rivers. There was no hatred, no fear, no war. Then the vision changed. A brilliant throne stood above all creation. Upon it rested a figure made of light. No face, no crown, only endless light. Before Zala could step closer, the throne vanished. Darkness covered the heavens. The sun god Arkon raised a blazing sword. Fire rained from the sky. Cities burned. The gods turned against humanity. The vision ended. Zala began to cry. The sound echoed through the entire forest.
I am here.
Miles away, deep beneath the root of the forest, something awakened. Its eyes opened like burning coals. It had waited centuries for that cry. The ancient guardian, known as Morok, the devourer of souls, rose from the darkness. Its body was covered in black scales. Its antlers reached the branches of giant trees. Its breath turned flowers into ash. Morok had one duty: protect the mirror of origins, destroy anyone who sought it. The beast sniffed the air. It began to move. Every step shook the forest. As evening fell, Neron led the group to a crystal stream. We rest here. King Kairu looked troubled.
You knew this journey would be dangerous. But danger is not the greatest enemy. What is? Fear.
At that moment, strange blue mists surrounded the camp. One by one, each traveler began seeing terrifying vision. The warrior saw himself abandoning his family. Another saw his village destroyed. Mother Erena saw herself becoming the priestess who betrayed Azuma centuries ago.
I see her, the priestess. No, it is me. I betrayed Azuma. Centuries ago, it was me. The guilt is mine.
King Kairu saw his own people blaming him for their deaths.
My people, what is this?
You let us die!
I tried to save you!
Your fault! You failed!
Forgive me. No, this isn't real. The forest is weighing your hearts. You must reject the lies.
One by one, the vision disappeared. Only King Kairu continued struggling. Then a tiny hand touched his face. Baby Zala smiled. Immediately, the emotion shattered. The king regretted deeply.
You saved me. Even as a babe.
The earth suddenly cracked. Birds burst from the trees.
The spirits awaken! Ah, the sky falls!
The river stopped flowing. Morok emerged from the shadows. The creature towered above the ancient trees. Its roar echoed across the mountains. The warriors froze. One whispered, "It is impossible."
It is impossible.
Neron slowly drew Monfang. The silver blade glowed. Morok stared directly at Baby Zala.
You seek the mirror. We seek the truth. The truth is earned, not given.
The warriors scattered. Morok still shattered giant trees. Its claws tore deep scars into the earth. Mother Erena raised her sacred staff. Moonlight wrapped across the beast, slowing it only for a moment. Neron lit high into the air. Moonfang flashed. The blade struck Morok's shoulder. For the first time in centuries, the guardian bled silver light. Morok laughed.
Excellent. It has been ages since someone drew my blood.
The battle continued through the forest, but suddenly, Baby Zala stretched out her tiny hand. Everyone stopped. The child looked directly into Morok's glowing eyes. The giant beast slowly lowered its head. Then, it knelt. Silence filled the forest. King Kairu whispered, "The guardian has bowed to her." Morok's fierce expression softened.
I know you now. It is as the prophecy foretold.
Behind them stood an enormous stone door covered in glowing symbols.
The mirror of origins lies beyond this gate. But be warned, the truth you seek may destroy everything you believe.
Neron looked at King Kairu. "There is no turning back." The king nodded. "We have come too far." As Nero pushed open the ancient doors, a brilliant white light flooded the forest. None of them realized, high above the clouds, the armies of the sun god had already begun their descent towards the world of men. The final war was drawing near. The ancient stone doors groaned as they slowly opened. A brilliant white light poured from within, so pure that even the moon seemed dim beside it. General Neron stepped forward first, carrying Moonfang in one hand and baby Zala in the other. King Cairo, Mother Irena, and the 6 remaining warriors followed cautiously. As they crossed the threshold, the doors closed behind them with a thunderous sound. The earth
There is
trembled.
no turning back.
The temple was unlike anything they had imagined. Its pillars stretched into the darkness like giant trees carved from crystal. Rivers of glowing water flowed through the floor, yet not a single drop spilled beyond their backs. The ceiling resembled the night sky, filled with stars that slowly moved as though they were alive. At the center of the temple stood 12 empty thrones, surrounding one larger throne. King Cairo counted them.
12.
The thrones of the first gods.
One throne, however, remained untouched by dust. It looked as though someone had sat upon it only moments before. A chill ran through the room. At the heart of the temple floated a mirror made of liquid silver. It had no frame, no reflection. It simply hovered above a pool of glowing water.
The mirror of origins.
I see nothing.
The mirror does not show faces, it reveals truth.
Before anyone could stop her, baby Zala reached towards the mirror. The moment her fingers touched its surface, the temple shook violently. Silver light burst across the chamber. The mirror awakened. One by one, visions filled the temple. The companions no longer stood in stone halls. Instead, they found themselves watching the beginning of time. There was no earth, no sky, only endless light. From that light emerged the Creator, whose face could not be seen. The Creator formed the stars, then the seas, then the mountains. Finally, the Creator made humanity. Humans were given wisdom, compassion, imagination, and the freedom to choose. Only after humanity came into existence did the Creator appoint guardians to care for creation. These guardians became the gods. Among them were Inara, goddess of the moon, Arkon, lord of the sun, and many others whose names had been forgotten. Mother Irena gasped.
The gods were never our creators. They were our guardians.
The vision changed. The gods who watched as humanity flourished. Villages became cities. Kings ruled
My
with
people,
justice.
I rule with justice. Your rights will be protected. Justice is our foundation.
Humans and gods worked together in peace.
The city is blessed by this unity.
We are stronger together.
Peace will endure.
But Arkon became troubled.
They grow too quickly. Soon they will no longer need us.
Several gods agreed. Others, including Inara, opposed him.
They are not our servants.
They were created to serve us.
They were created to choose their own path.
Arkon refused to listen. Driven by fear and pride, He gathered followers and declared himself.
I declare myself ruler over gods and humans. Bow to
The
me!
war began. The heavens burned.
You will not prevail!
Witness our fury!
Mountains split apart. Rivers changed their course. To protect humanity from destruction, Inyara accepted a terrible sacrifice. She veiled the people of Azuma from the daylight, hiding them from Arkon's gaze. The gift that allowed them to see spirits remained only beneath the moon. Thus, the kingdom became blind by day, but blessed by night.
The kingdom has become blind by day.
But we are blessed by night.
Look! The night blesses us!
Blessed by night.
The visions faded. Silence filled the temple. Baby Zala looked into the mirror once more. This time, a single voice echoed through the chamber.
Zala, you are not the first.
The silver surface rippled, revealing the image of a young woman who looked exactly like Zala. She stood beside Inyara thousands of years earlier. Mother Irena whispered,
Who is she? The first keeper.
I have been chosen by the Creator to remind both gods and humans of the truth.
Pride threatened to destroy the world.
She had no throne,
No crown.
only a heart devoted to justice. That is my path. Before she died, she made a promise. When darkness rises again, I shall return.
She has returned. She.
Suddenly, the light within the temple flickered. A deep voice echoed through the halls. The professor moved too quickly. A giant figure emerged from the shadows. He wore armor of black stone. His eyes burned like blue fire. He carried no weapon.
I am Akar, the last guardian of this temple. I thought you had fallen in the first war. I remained, waiting for the child. The Creator has kept the promise.
Without warning, the temple shook. Cracks spread across its walls. Outside, thunder growled. Akar's expression darkened.
He has found us. Then we must leave. There is no escape.
What do we do?
We must leave now.
A spear of blazing sunlight pierced the temple roof. Golden fire flooded the chamber. The companions shielded their eyes. A voice boomed like thunder. Enough hiding. The sun god Arkon appeared above the broken roof, surrounded by thousands of celestial warriors. His golden armor shone brighter than the morning sun. His eyes burned with anger. He looked directly at baby Zala.
So, the child of creation, give her to me, and I may spare your kingdom. No. You still believe you have a choice?
The armies of heaven drew their weapons. Moonlight gathered around Neron's sword. Arka stepped beside him. Mother Irena lifted her sacred staff.
An ancient prayer.
The war has begun.
The heavens shook. Golden clouds rolled across the sky as the armies of the sun god surrounded the temple where gods could die. Thousands of celestial warriors stood in perfect silence, their armor glowing like molten gold. Behind them, the blazing chariot of Arkon, Lord of the Sun, hovered above the shattered temple. Inside, General Neron stood with Moonfang raised. King Cairo held baby Zala close. Mother Irena whispered an ancient prayer. The last guardian, Akka, looked towards the broken roof and spoke quietly. The war has begun. Arkon's voice echoed through every corner of the temple.
King Cairo, I know you love your people. I have no quarrel with Azuma. Hand her over, and I will leave your kingdom
The celestial
untouched.
warriors lowered their weapons as if waiting for the king's answer. King Cairo looked down at the sleeping child. She smiled peacefully, unaware that the fate of the world rested in her tiny hands.
I will never trade an innocent life for my own
Arkon's
safety.
face hardened.
So be it.
The sky split apart. Columns of burning sunlight crashed down around the temple. The earth trembled. Crystal pillars shattered. The sacred river that flowed through the temple turned to stream. Nero leaped forward, his silver blade meeting Arkon's blazing spear. Moonlight and sunlight exploded on impact. The force threw everyone backward. King Cairo shielded Zala with his body. Mother Irena's staff cracked, but she continued praying. Arkak raised both hands. Ancient symbols carved into the temple walls burst into silver light, forming a shield around those inside. For a moment, the temple held. Arkak turned to Nero.
You cannot win this battle. I know. The child must reach the Valley of Stars, the last sanctuary created by the Creator. Where is it?
No map can find it. Only the Child of Creation can open its gates.
Go!
As the passage closed behind them, Akka remained alone. He looked towards Arkon.
I have guarded this temple since the beginning of time. I shall guard it until my last
Arkon
breath.
entered the temple. Golden flames surrounded him. Akka stood proudly before the empty thrones. For a long moment, neither of them moved. Then Arkon sighed.
You were once my brother. And you were once worthy of being called one.
The battle that followed shook the heavens. Their blows cracked mountains. Lightning filled the sky. At last, Arkon's spear pierced Akka's chest. The guardian smiled despite his wound.
You may destroy this temple, but you cannot destroy the truth.
With his final strength, Akka struck the floor. The temple of origin collapsed. Massive stone pillars crashed down. The mirror of origins shattered into countless shades. Arkon escaped the ruins. Akka disappeared beneath the falling stone. The last guardian was gone. Deep beneath the mountains, Nero led the group through ancient tunnels. Hours passed. The warriors were exhausted. King Cairo noticed that one of his trusted commanders, General Soren, had become strangely quiet. Soren had fought beside the king for 20 years. He had saved Cairo's life more than once. No one doubted his loyalty. No one except Mother Irena. She watched him carefully.
There is darkness around him.
Before she could say more, Soren suddenly stopped walking. He turned towards the king.
I cannot go any farther.
We must. We have no choice.
My body is broken. I can't.
The king frowned. What are you saying? Soren slowly drew his sword. I have already chosen my king. The tunnel fell silent. Every warrior stared in disbelief. Soren, King Cairo whispered. Why? Tears filled the commander's eyes.
My wife, my son. Arkon captured them before the battle. He promised to spare them if I delivered the child. You believe the Lord of Pride? I had no choice.
With one swift motion, he blew a golden horn hidden beneath his cloak. The sound echoed through the tunnel. Far above, Arkon smiled. They are found. Golden lights burst through cracks in the mountain.
We must prepare for
Celestial
battle.
soldiers poured into the tunnel. The trap had been sprung. The warriors fought desperately. Moonfang flashed through the darkness. Celestial blades clashed against human steel. King Cairo held Zala tightly as arrows of light rained around him. Then he saw Soren kneeling, broken, weeping.
Soren, rise. My lord, forgive me. We have no time.
The king could have struck him down. Instead, he lowered his sword. I forgive you. Everyone stopped. Even Soren looked up in shock. The mountain tunnels echoed with the clash of swords as King Cairo and his companions fled from the armies of the sun god. Behind them, General Soren remained on his knees, consumed by shame after betraying the king. General Neron carried baby Zala close to his chest. Though she was only an infant, she slept peacefully, as if she already knew that every step they took had been written long before she was born. After 3 days of walking through darkness, a cool breeze touched their faces. A faint silver light appeared ahead. Neron smiled for the first time in many years.
We have arrived.
King Cairo stepped out of the tunnel and froze. Before them stretched a valley unlike any place on earth. The grass shimmered like woven silver. Crystal rivers reflected constellations even though it was daytime. Flowers glowed softly with blue light. The sky above the valley never changed. Day and night existed together, as though the sun and moon had made peace. Mother Irena fell to her knees.
The Valley of Stars, I thought it was only a legend.
It was hidden by the Creator before the First War. No god may enter this place without permission.
For the first time in centuries, King Cairo felt hope. As they walked deeper into the valley, figures emerged from the glowing mist. They looked human, yet none of them cast a shadow. They wore robes woven from starlight, and their eyes shone like distant galaxies. One elderly woman stepped forward. Her voice was gentle.
Welcome home.
We have never been here.
Your bodies have not, but your souls remember.
The mysterious elder bowed before the child.
The Keeper has returned.
The strangers led them to a magnificent palace, carved entirely from crystal. Above the entrance were ancient words written in a forgotten language. As Zala looked at them, they suddenly changed into words everyone could understand. Truth belongs only to the humble. Inside the palace floated thousands of glowing stars. Each one pulsed like a heartbeat. King Cairo reached towards one.
What are these?
They are the memories of every righteous soul who has ever lived. No lie can survive here. No hatred can hide.
Mother Irena whispered.
This place is sacred.
The eldest guardian introduced himself.
My name is Orun. I have guarded this valley since the Creator departed from the world. The time has finally come. You know why she was born? Long before Arkon sought power, the Creator gave humanity one promise. When pride rules the heavens and fear rules the earth, a child shall arise with the eyes of creation. She shall not conquer through hatred, but through truth. She shall remind both gods and humans who they were meant to become. So she was never born to destroy the gods. No, she was born to restore balance.
Far above the valley, Arkon searched the skies. His armies had reached every mountain, every river, every kingdom. Yet, they could not find the Valley of Stars. His anger burned brighter than the sun itself.
They cannot hide forever. My lord, there is another way. Speak. The valley cannot be entered by force. Then we shall tempt the hearts of men.
That same night, King Cairo walked alone beside a glowing river. He could not sleep. The burden of protecting Zala weighed heavily on him. Then a familiar voice spoke behind him. He turned. Standing there was his late father.
My son.
The old king smiled warmly.
Cairo, my son.
Tears filled Cairo's eyes.
You have suffered enough. Give the child to Arkon. Save your people.
For a moment, Cairo almost believed him. Then he remembered Orun's words. No lie can survive here. He looked carefully. The figure's feet cast a shadow. Every true soul in the valley had no shadow. Cairo drew his sword.
You are not my father.
You are not my father. The illusion dissolved into black smoke. From the darkness came soft laughter. Arkon had found a way to send whispers into the valley.
The battle would no longer be fought with swords alone. It would be fought within hearts.
As dawn approached, everyone gathered around the crystal lake. Baby Zala, who had never spoken before, suddenly stood without help. A silver light surrounded her. She looked towards the sky. Then, in a clear voice far beyond her years, she spoke.
The Creator has not abandoned the world.
Every person in the valley froze.
The sword is not the answer. Neither is fear.
Finally, she lifted one tiny hand towards the heavens.
The final door will soon open.
At that moment, a single star fell from the sky and landed gently in her palm.
It has begun. The gate of the first heaven is awakening.
Far above the clouds, Arkon felt the same tremor. His expression changed from anger to fear. For the first time since the beginning of time, the sun god was afraid. Night fell over the Valley of Stars. For the first time in thousands of years, every star in the heavens burned with same brilliant silver light. The river stopped flowing. The wind became perfectly still. Even time itself seemed to pause. In the center of the valley, where the first heaven had once touched the earth, a great circle of glowing stones began to rise from beneath the ground, one after another. 12 ancient pillars emerged. Each pillar carried the name of one of the first guardians. Above them, the sky slowly opened, not with thunder, not with fire, not with light. A doorway unlike anything ever seen appeared between heaven and earth. The gate of the first heaven had awakened. Arkon, the guardian of the valley, slowly knelt. Every elder followed. Even the mighty General Neron bowed his head. Only baby Zala remained standing, though she was still a child. A soft silver light surrounded her. Arkon spoke with reverence.
For countless generations, we have waited for this moment. The gate recognizes only one soul. Who may enter? Only the child of creation.
She is only a baby.
The gate does not measure age. It measures the purity of the heart.
No, this journey belongs to her alone. I promised her parents I would protect her.
And you have. But there are places where even kings cannot follow.
Zala turned once and smiled. It was the same innocent smile she had given the day she was born. Then she stepped into the light. The gate closed behind her. Zala opened her eyes. She was no longer in the Valley of Stars. She stood in a vast place where there was no sun, no moon, no earth, only endless light. There was no walls, no ceiling, no shadows. The air itself seemed alive. Every step she took created gently ripples across the light beneath her feet. A warm voice called her name.
Welcome home, little one.
Zala looked around. She saw no one. Yet she felt no fear, only peace. The voice spoke again.
I have watched you since your first breath.
Thank you. You know my name.
Names cannot contain who I am. I am the one who was before the first star, the one who gave life to both humanity and the guardians you call gods.
Zala knelt.
Why did you call me here?
Because the world remembers only half the story.
Suddenly, visions surrounded Zala. She saw humanity living peacefully beside the first guardians. The gods were protectors, not rulers.
The gods were protectors, not rulers.
We guide with love.
Thank you.
You are safe.
Together we stand.
They taught
Listen,
wisdom.
children, to the teachings of old.
What does it say?
It teaches us to live in harmony.
And be brave?
Yes, and to find the light within.
They healed the sick. They guided creation. Then she saw Arkon, not as a tyrant, but as a joyful guardian who laughed with children beneath the sun.
My little ones, your joy is my greatest treasure.
Arkon, you're not a tyrant at all.
I am your guardian, and I laugh with you.
He was good. He was. What happened?
He chose fear over trust.
He feared losing honor. He feared becoming unnecessary, and fear became pride.
Another vision appeared. The moon goddess Inyara stood alone beneath the stars. Tears flowed from her eyes as she watched humans being hunted. She did not curse Azuma. She hid them. The blindness of the kingdom had never been punishment. It had been protection. By taking away their sight during the day, she concealed them from Arkon's all-seeing light. For 500 years, the voice said, She carried the sorrow of being misunderstood. Zala whispered, she sacrificed everything. Yes.
You now know the truth, but truth alone cannot heal the world. You must choose.
Before Zala appeared two paths. The first became a throne of crystal.
If you destroy Arkon, you will become ruler over gods and humans.
The second path became an ordinary wooden staff.
If you forgive him, you will restore what was broken, but you will never wear a crown.
She remembered King Cairo's mercy towards General Soren. She remembered Neron refusing to kill his enemies. She remembered Inyara sacrificing her own reputation to save humanity. Without hesitation, she walked towards the wooden staff. The moment she touched it, the crystal throne shattered into dust. The voice spoke with quiet joy. You have chosen as I hoped. The endless light surrounded Zala.
I cannot fight this battle for you. I gave every heart the freedom to choose, even the gods. But I shall give you one gift.
The wooden staff transformed into a small silver branch with 12 glowing leaves.
This is the branch of dawn. It carries no power to destroy. It only reveals truth. Those who willingly look upon it shall see their hearts as they truly are. But remember, no one can be forced to choose goodness.
Far beyond the first heaven, Arkon suddenly collapsed one new. The sun dimmed. The celestial army stared in shock.
My lord! It has happened. What is it? The branch of dawn has awakened.
One of his generals frowned. Arkon slowly stood.
The only thing more powerful than my army is the truth.
For the first time in ages, he remembered the guardian he had once been. He quickly buried the memories beneath his pride.
No. I have come too far. Prepare every legion. If the child returns, there will be no more mercy.
The gate of the first heaven opened once more above the Valley of Stars. King Cairo, Neron, Mother Irena, and Orun looked upward. A beam of silver light descended gently. Zala stepped out. She had grown, but her eyes now carried a peace beyond words. In her hand, she held the branch of dawn. Every flower in the valley bloomed at once. The rivers sparkled like diamonds. The stars sang. Neron smiled. She has returned. Orun looked towards the eastern horizon. Dark clouds were gathering. Golden fire spread across the sky. The armies of Arkon had arrived. The time for hiding was over. The fate of the gods, the fate of humanity, and the fate of the kingdom that could only see at night would now be decided. Darkness and light divided the heavens. To the east, the armies of sun god Arkon marched like rivers of gold, stretching farther than the eye could see. To the west, the Valley of Stars glowed beneath the silver light of the moon. For the first time since the first war, the heavens held their breath. The final war had begun. The sound of celestial horns echoed across the skies. Thousands of winged warriors descended in perfect formation. Each carried a spear forged from sunlight. Each wore armor that shimmered like molten gold. Arkon stood at their head. His voice thundered across the valley.
Bring me the child of creation.
King Cairo stepped forward.
You will pass only over my dead body.
If that is your choice.
Forward, warriors for the realm! Descend and conquer!
Silver light
heavens
burst
fight
from the
with us!
ancient blade.
Charge for
The
victory!
warriors of Azuma charged beside him.
Hold the line!
Though few in
No
number,
retreat!
they fought with courage.
Fight on!
Moonlight
Do not yield!
clashed against
I fall,
sunlight.
but we endure!
The valley shook. Rivers overflowed. Stars disappeared behind cloud of dust. One by one, Azuma's warriors fell. Still, they refused to retreat. King Cairo fought at the front, protecting Zala with every strike. Mother Irena stood upon a hill, praying without ceasing. Every prayer became a shield around the innocent. Then, the moon vanished. Silence covered the battlefield. A silver beam fell from the heavens. Within it stood Inyara, goddess of the moon. She wore no armor, only flowing robes woven from moonlight. Her face carried both beauty and sorrow. Every warrior stopped fighting. Even Arkon lowered his weapon.
It has been a long time.
It did not have to end this way.
Long ago, before pride entered the heart of the Guardians, Arkon and Inyara had stood side by side. They had watched over humanity together. Now they stood as enemies.
Move aside. Give me the child.
I will not.
She will end everything we have built.
No, she will end only the lies.
So be it.
The heavens exploded. Sunfire met moonlight. The mountains cracked beneath their power. The sea rose in towering waves. Stars fell like rain. The gods fought as they had in ages past. Inyara never attacked to destroy. She fought only to defend. Arkon fought with all the fury of his pride. Every blow pushed Inyara farther back. Neron wanted to help, but Orun stopped him.
I have to help her!
No, Neron. This battle belongs to them.
Seeing the armies advancing towards Zala, Inyara made her choice. She lifted both hands towards the sky. Every ray of moonlight across the world answered her call. Silver lights gathered around the valley. A dome of shimmering moonlight covered every man, woman, and child. The celestial army crashed against it. The shield held. Again, it attacked. Again, it held. Arkon realized what Inyara was doing.
You cannot sustain this.
I know.
If you continue,
My life is a small price.
The shield continued to glow, but Inyara herself began to fade. Her silver hair slowly turned white. The stars around her dimmed. The moon lost its brightness. King Cairo cried out,
Stop! You'll die!
I once promised to protect humanity. I intend to keep that promise.
She turned to Zala. Zala walked towards her. Inyara knelt and placed her hand upon Zala's forehead.
My strength is ending, but yours is only beginning.
A single silver tear fell from the goddess's eye. When it touched the ground, a white flower bloomed. Inyara smiled one last time. Then her body dissolved into thousands of silver butterflies that rose into the night sky. The moon went dark. Across the world, people looked upward in fear. The moon goddess was gone. Silence covered the battlefield. Even Arkon stared at the empty sky. For the first time in centuries, he felt regret, only for a moment. Then pride buried it once again. He pointed his spear towards the valley.
The battle continues.
Zala looked at the white flower where Inyara had disappeared. She picked it up carefully.
I promise I will not let your sacrifice be forgotten.
The flower began to glow. The branch of dawn in her hand shone brighter than ever before. Far away, hidden beneath ancient ruins, thousands of stone statues suddenly opened their eyes. The first human had awakened. The disappearance of Inyara changed the world. The nights became darker than ever before. The moon no longer guided travelers. The stars seemed to mourn. Yet, beneath forgotten mountains and buried temples, something ancient stirred. A promise made by the Creator at the dawn of time was about to be fulfilled. Deep beneath the desert of ashes stood 100 stone figures. They had remained frozen since the first war. Each was once a human leader chosen by the Creator. Not kings, not warriors, but protectors of truth. As the branch of dawn shone in Zala's hands, cracks spread across the stone. One by one, the figures opened their eyes. They breathed again. Their leader stepped forward. His name was Asha.
Child has called. The journey begins.
Asha gathered the first humans. They mounted giant white lions that had slept beside them for thousands of years. Their armor was simple. Their weapons were ordinary. But each carried something greater than any sword. Wisdom, compassion, courage. They began their journey towards the Valley of Stars. High above the battlefield, Arkon watched the world changing. His chief general approached.
The first humans have awakened. So the ancient covenant was true. Should we destroy them? They cannot be destroyed. They can only be persuaded or feared.
Meanwhile, Zala sat beside white flower left by Inyara. King Cairo knelt beside her. Can this war still be stopped? Zala looked at the branch of dawn. It can, but not by winning. The king frowned. Then how? By helping everyone remember who they were before fear. Neron overheard her words. He smiled. That is the hardest battle of all. 3 nights later, the ground began to tremble. King Cairo prepared for another attack. Instead, over the horizon appeared hundreds of white lions.
Are here.
Upon them rode the first humans.
They have returned.
Asha dismounted and bowed before Zala.
We have waited thousands of years. The Keeper has returned.
The people of Azuma watched it away. For the first time, they stood beside the very ancestors whose stories have become legends. Asha looked across the valley.
The final battle is near. But it will not be won with strength.
It turned towards Zala.
The Creator chose wisely.
Zala held the branch of dawn tightly. High above them, the clouds slowly parted. For the first time since Nyara's sacrifice, a single silver star appeared in the sky. It was small, but it shone with hope. Far away, Arkon watched the same star. He felt something he had not allowed himself to feel for centuries: hope and fear. The end of the age of gods was drawing near. The world had never known a silence so deep. Not the silence of peace, but a silence before creation itself seemed ready to break. For 7 nights, the stars flickered one by one. The oceans withdrew from their shores. The mountains groaned beneath the weight of an unseen power. Even the oldest spirits hid in caves, whispering only one sentence:
The heavens are opening.
In the Valley of Stars, King Cairo stood beside General Neron, watching the sky. Above them, enormous cracks spread across the heavens like shattered glass. No one spoke. Everyone understood. The final hour had come. Without warning, the sky split apart. Not with thunder, but with an endless cry that echoed across the earth. Fragments of the heavenly realm began falling like burning mountains. Entire constellations vanished. Golden temples collapsed from the clouds. The celestial armies scattered in terror. Arkon stood upon his blazing chariots. No, this cannot happen. Even he had never witnessed such destruction. The ancient barrier between heaven and earth was breaking. The first heaven and the mortal world were becoming one. From the fallen heavens emerged ancient beings no one remembered. Not evil, not good, simply forgotten. Guardians of rivers, spirits of mountains, keepers of forests, watchers of the winds. They had hidden themselves during the First War to escape Arkon's growing power. Now they returned. One by one, they knelt before Zala. The keeper has returned. King Cairo watched in amazement. Even the oldest gods recognized the child. As Zala held the branch of dawn, a gentle breeze circled the valley. Silver butterflies appeared from nowhere. They surrounded her. Then a familiar voice whispered through the wind, "My child." Zala smiled. "Inyara, I cannot return as I once was, but every act of kindness, every sacrifice, every truth spoken with love, that is where I now live." The butterflies drifted into the sky, becoming a new constellation. The people of Azuma called it Inyara's crown. From that night onward, travelers would look up and remember the goddess who gave everything to protect humanity. Arkon realized his rules was slipping away. With a roar that shook the heavens, he summoned every remaining celestial warrior. More than 100,000 soldiers gathered behind him. Golden banners stretched across the sky. Today, Arkon declared, the age of humans ends. The armies charged. The first humans stood shoulder to shoulder with the people of Azuma. General Neron led the front line. King Cairo fought beside Asha. Mother Erena and Oru protected the children and elders. The battle raged from sunset until dawn. The rivers glowed red with reflected fire. The mountains echoed with the clash of swords. Yet something strange happened. Every time Zala raised the branch of dawn, some celestial warriors stopped fighting. Memories returned. They remembered laughing with human children. They remembered protecting villages. They remembered who they had once been. Many laid down their weapons. Arkon watched in horror. My own army is leaving me? Enraged, Arkon descended into the valley alone. His armor blazed brighter than the sun itself. No army stood behind him now, only pride. He pointed his spear at Zala. No more hiding. No more words. Face me. Zala stepped forward. She carried no sword, no shield, only the branch of dawn. King Cairo reached for her. Don't. But Neron gently placed a hand on the king's shoulder. This battle was never ours. The battlefield fell silent. Thousands of humans, spirits, and gods watched as a child stood before the mightiest guardian ever created. The wind stopped. The stars dimmed. Even time seemed unwilling to move. Arkon lowered his spear. So, we truly believe love is stronger than power. Zala answered softly, No, I believe truth is. Arkon attacked. His spear became a blazing comet. The earth exploded beneath its force. Yet Zala did not move. She lifted a branch of dawn. The spear stopped only inches from her heart. Not because of magic, but because Arkon's own hand began to tremble. The branch reflected his face, not the face of a tyrant, but the joyful guardian he had once been. He staggered backward. What is this? Zala replied, The truth. The branch glowed brighter. Around Arkon appeared scenes from long ago. He saw himself planting trees with children, healing the sick, protecting villages from darkness, standing beside Inyara beneath the first sunrise. He remembered laughing. He remembered hope. He remembered the Creator saying, Power is not given to rule others. It is given to serve them. Arkon fell to one knee. No, I buried these memories. You buried them because they reminded you of who you were, Zala said. The sky cleared. The Creator's voice echoed across heaven and earth. Every heart must choose. No command followed. No punishments. Only silence. Arkon realized the decision was his alone. He looked at the countless lives lost because of his fear. He looked at the empty place in the sky where Inyara once stood. Tears fell from his eyes for the first time since the first war. I was wrong, Arkon said. Arkon stood slowly. He looked at his golden spear, the weapon that had conquered kingdoms, the symbol of his pride. Without another word, he broke it across his knee. The sound echoed around the world. The celestial armies lowered their heads. The first humans smiled. King Cairo closed his eyes in relief. Neron quietly sheathed Moonfang. The heavens stopped falling. The cracks across the sky slowly healed. The golden fire disappeared. The stars returned. For the first time in centuries, the sun and moon appeared together. Light and darkness shared the same sky. The people of Azuma looked upward in wonder. Something strange was happening. The blindness that had caused them for 500 years was beginning to fade. Children opened their eyes beneath the morning sun. old men saw their grandchildren's faces in daylight for the very first time. Mothers wept with joy. King Cairo looked towards Zala. The prophecy. It wasn't about destroying the gods. She smiled. It was about healing them. Far away, a single silver butterfly landed upon a white flower. The wind carried Inyara's gentle laughter across the valley. The story of Azuma was not ending. It was beginning again. The world held its breath. For 500 years, the people of Azuma had lived between darkness and light. They had learned to walk by moonlight, to raise children beneath the stars, and to trust ears and hearts where eyes feel them. Generation had been born without ever seeing a sunrise. Generation had died believing daylight was a world they would never know. Now, as the first morning after the great reconciliation approached, every man, woman, and child gathered under the hills of dawn. No one spoke. No one dared to hope too much. The eastern horizon slowly began to glow. The first ray of sunlight touched the face of an old woman who had lived 90 winters. She blinked. Then she gasped. I can see. Her trembling hands reached towards the sky. She looked at her wrinkles for the first time. She looked at the flowers growing beneath her feet. She looked at the faces of her grandchildren. Tears rolled down her cheeks. Across the hills, the same miracle spread. Children laughed as they watched birds flying through the morning sky. Farmers stared at green fields they had only imagined. Mothers embraced their children, seeing their smiles in daylight for the first time. The curse of Azuma was gone. Above the kingdom, Arkon stood alone. He no longer wore golden armor. His broken spear had vanished. He looked like the Gargan he had once been. The celestial armies waited behind him. No one knew what would happen next. The Creator's voice filled heaven and earth. Arkon! The former ruler bowed his head. I have no excuse. I allowed fear to become pride. I allowed pride to become tyranny. I asked for no throne. I asked only for the chance to make right what I had broken. Silence followed. Then the voice answered. A heart that truly repents begins the work of restoration. The golden throne of Arkon dissolved into light. In its place appeared a simple staff, carved from olive wood. They shall no longer rule. They shall serve. Arkon accepted the staff with tears in his eyes. For the first time since the first war, he smiled, not with power, but with humility. That night, the people gathered again. Though they could now see during the day, they looked towards the heavens, wondering if the moon would ever shine as brightly as before. The sky remained dark. Then, one silver butterfly appeared. Another followed. Then 1,000 more. The butterflies circled above the kingdom, filling the night like living stars. As they gathered, they became a great circle of silver lights. The moon slowly returned. It was softer than before, gentler. Its light carried warmth instead of sorrow. Mother Erena looked upward and smiled. Inyara kept her promise. The butterflies disappeared into the moonlight, but from that night onward, people said that whenever someone chose compassion over hatred, one more silver butterfly would return to the sky. The first humans, the ancient guardians, and the celestial beings gathered in the Valley of Stars. Orun stepped forward. He carried a crown woven from crystal branches. He knelt before Zala. Keeper of creation, we ask you to become Queen of the United Kingdoms. Every eye turned towards Zala. She looked at the crown. Then she looked at the ordinary people of Azuma. The farmers, the shepherds, the children playing in the grass. She gently shook her head. I was not sent to rule. I was sent to remind. She placed the crown upon a stone altar. Let every kingdom choose its own leaders, but let every leader remember, a crown is not a reward, it is a responsibility. King Cairo smiled proudly. The first humans bowed. Even Arkon lowered his head. General Nero stood alone beside the river of stars. Moonfang rested in the earth before him. For centuries, he had known only war. He had buried friends. He had carried guilt. He had waited for the child of creation. His purpose was complete. Zala walked quietly to his side. You can rest now. I feared that when the battle ended, I would no longer know who I was. You are still a guardian, Zala replied, but now you guard peace. Neron untied the black cloth from his eyes. For the first time in 500 years, he opened them. They reflected both the morning sun and the evening moon. He laughed. A deep, joyful laughter echoed across the valley. The Creator spoke one final time. Let there be no walls between gods and human. Let guardians protect. Let humanity choose. Let truth guide both. The remaining gods laid down the symbols of domination. Instead of thrones, they built schools of wisdom. Instead of demanding worship, they became teachers, healers, and protectors once more. The first humans shared their ancient knowledge with every kingdom. No nation was considered greater than another. The Valley of Stars became a place where disputes were settled with truth instead of war. Years passed. Azuma flourished beyond anything imagined. Its people could see in the daylight, yet they never lost their gift of seeing beneath the stars. At night, they still perceived spirits, memories, and the hidden beauty of creation. They became known throughout the world as the people who saw with their eyes and their hearts. Travelers came from distant kingdoms to learn their ways. No one was turned away. Many years later, when Zala had become a wise woman, children often gathered around her beneath the ancient tree of memory. One little boy asked, "Was the greatest battle the one against Arkon?" Zala smiled and says, "No." "What was it then?" She looked towards the horizon where the sun was setting and the moon was rising together. The greatest battle is the one every heart must fight. The battle between fear and love, between pride and humility, between power and compassion. When we chose compassion, we help heal the world. The children looked up. The first stars appeared. Silver butterflies danced through the evening sky. The ancient prophecy was rewritten upon a new stone at the entrance to Azuma. It no longer spoke of the fall of the gods. Instead, it read, "When humanity remembered compassion, and the guardians remembered humility, the world learned to see again." And so the kingdom that could only see at night became the kingdom that saw both the sun and the moon. Not because their eyes had changed, but because their hearts had.